Hi guys and girls, a quick walkthrough of this assessment on finding percentages of amounts that aren't your typical 10s, 20s, 30s, 25s, that kind of thing. So, the way I'm going to show you will work for any percentage. Alright, you'll notice that some steps are always the same and some will always change. So we are going to start with 41% of 900. So the question, don't want yellow, yellow's horrible to write in, is we need to find 41% of 900. So we know that 100% is worth 900. That's just the number. We can work out what 1% is. And then we can work out what the percentage is that we actually want. And in this case it was 41%. Okay, so the bits that I'm going to do bits that will change in a different colour. So pink for percentage. So 41. That will always change. The number at the top here will always change. The bits that will always stay the same, the 100, the 1% will always stay the same. So to turn a 100 into a 1, we're going to divide by 100. We're also going to do it this side, so this will also stay the same. And then the calculation here will change, so times 41, because to turn a 1 into a 41 you times by 41. And you've got to do the same on the other side. Now the only reason that changes is because your percent change. Whatever number goes here and here as well. Everything else is a calculation to do. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight. So that will change. So you need to work out this number here and this number here. I don't want that one. Sorry. Okay, let's do the calculation. So we don't need anything to do on this side. This is just telling us how we're going to get there. But this side we do have calculations to do. We need to work out the two green highlighted numbers. So I'm going to start with 900. Divide it by 100. That's 9. And then times it by 41. 9 times 41. You can do it in whatever method you like. There's Napier's bones, grids, columns, chunking, whatever you like. I personally like chunking, so I do 40 times 9 is 360. My pen's having a bit of a funny day. And 1 times 9 is 9, so it must be 369. There we go. So question number 2. So 700 now the number. So that number there is going to change to a 700. Only the pink bits will change, and then I need to work out the new green bits. So the percentage was 33. So all of these turn into, oops, I rubbed out the times, 33. So now, calculations, we need to do 700 divided by 100, that's 7. So I need to do 7 times 33. So I do 30 times 7 and 3 times 7. So 30 times 7 is 210. 3 times 7 is 21. So add them together is 231. Did that do it? There we go. Next one. So the number is 800. The percentage is 37. So 800 there. All of these turn into 37s. So now I need my calculations. So 800 divided by 100 is 8. 8 times 37, so I'm going to do 8, oops, I prefer a bigger number first, but it doesn't matter. 30 times 8 and 7 times 8 is, that's 240, that's, right, oh yeah, just dropped my pen. What was I doing? 7 times 8 is 56, add them together, gives you 296. Alright, next one. The number is 500, the percent is 72. The number is 500, the percent is 72. Right, so the calculations now become 500 divided by 100 is 5. Now I need to do 5 times 72. So I'm going to do 70 times 5 and 2 times 5. 70 times 5 is 350, 2 times 5 is 10, add them together is 360. Oh, missed the 6. Right, 660 and the percentage is 97. Again, only the pink bits are going to change for the question. So it's 660 and 97%. So calculations. 660 divided by 100. So it's not going to be a nice, round whole number now because we've not got a number that's only in the hundreds. So what you do is you put a decimal. Instead of putting it at the end and then decimal places, you put it 2 in from the end. So there. And then your number, a decimal, shouldn't end in a 0, so it's just 6.6. Now times it by 97. Decimals, I actually prefer Napier's bones for decimals. If you haven't used this before, I strongly recommend it. You can do this for normal multiplication. It doesn't have to just be decimals. And the decimal point goes there. So the calculation, so how this works is 10s go in the top triangle, units in the bottom. So 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 7 is 42, and then you add up the diagonals. So there's one diagonal, that comes to a 2. There's another diagonal, 4, 4 and 2 make 10, so you put one in, put the 0 in, carry the 1 onto the next diagonal. So this diagonal, including the one that you've just put in there, 5, 9, 10, 14, so you've got to carry the 1 again, and then the last diagonal, including the one that I have just covered over, let's get that back, that's a 1, so 5 and 1 make 6. Then your decimal drops through the grid to go there, so the answer is 640.2. There we go. Next one. So 86% of 570. Right, back to pink. 570, 86. So the calculation becomes 570 divided by 100. So that's 5.7, and then we want to times that by 86, so 57, 86, oh Lord, there we go. So 5 times 8 is 40, 5 times 7 is 56, 42, 30, 2, 10, that is a very dodgy 3. They come to 9 and 4. The decimal will go here, which is going to drop through and spit out down here. So it's 490.2. 490.2. Lovely. We are getting there. 53% of 680. So that's going to change, which means that changes. I've forgotten the percentage already. I know it was 680. What was it, 57? 53. 53. So the calculation is 680 divided by 100 is 6.8. So I need to do 6.8 times 53. So 30, 40, 24 and 18. Adding your diagonals you get 4, 10, 6 and 3. That goes down there, so 360.4. 360.4. Trying to go through a bit quick because they're kind of the same in all honesty. Oh, this one's different, she says. So 900 was the number. Oh Lord, rubbing out everything. So there was an arrow there, then we went on to pink, it was 900, and the percentage was 142. So the calculation becomes 900 divided by 100. That one's an easy one, that's 9. So 9 times 142. So I'm going to do 100 times 9, 40 times 9, 2 times 9. So that's 900, 360, 18. So that gives me 8, 7, 12. So 1, 2, 7, 8. 104% of 200. So that becomes a 2. Back to pink. 200. 104%. So the calculation is 200 divided by 100, which is 2, and then multiply that by 104. I'm not going to write down that calculation, it's just 208. Right, last one. Hopefully we won't run out of time, we'll see. So 300 this time. Back to pink, 300, and the percentage was 173. So the calculation becomes 300 divided by 100 is 3. So we're going to do 173 times 3. So 100 times 3, 70 times 3, 3 times 3 is 300. 210, 9, add them together, 9, 1, 5, 5, 1, 9. Got very scribbly towards the end because I'm running out of time. Hopefully that all makes sense. See you soon. Bye.